Going to introduce the players to you now. Over on table number 2, please give a big hand for Estonia's GRABE. His opponent from Poland, give a big hand for MACIOL. Your official on table number 2 from the United States of America, Mr. Billiard. Over to table number 1, please give a big hand for Gandia, Valencia. His opponent, the local man from Spain, Mr. Francisco Sanchez-Ruiz. Your referee on table number 1 from Australia, MACIOL show. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a best of 3 sets. Each set is a race to 4. In the excitement of the 3rd set becoming 3-3, we have a shootout to find the winners. Ladies and gentlemen, good luck. Please wait for the break.
Well, welcome. Fantastic introduction there from David Morris. We are live here in Spain. Final match of the day, and it's the Men's Little Monsters International Open. As you heard there, what a cracker we have in store for us. Denis GRABE from Estonia against Daniel MACIOL from Poland. Both battling out for a place in that final and a shot at the title and that 30,000 first prize. Not too shabby. My name is Graham Hickman, and calling the shots with me through this match is my good friend Tim de Ruyter. Welcome, Tim. How are you doing?
Thanks, Graham. Yeah, doing very good. Very happy to be here in the booth with you together. Looking forward to this match. Definitely 2 players that are showing the highest of forms in the last years, I would almost say. So, yeah, definitely looking forward to this match.
Yeah, very good. Players battled all the way through without dropping any matches, so clearly in good form. And as we've seen over the years, commentated on a lot of these matches with Denis and with Daniel. Denis can be exceptionally fireworks, can play very quick as well, and MACIOL equally can also put in clinics in matches as well. So let's see how we get on. It is race to 4 to best of 3 sets, first to 2, or if we get 1 set all and tied at 3-all, we will have a shootout. But we'll see what happens first. We start off with this first set, and already pretty big break from GRABE there, Tim. Hit them pretty well, just not an ideal opener.
Yeah, it does have the roll up on the 8. Not sure if he has the full hook. But still, it's all right. Not much for MACIOL to do from this position. And I actually think this format really fits GRABE's playing style. He's got a really big grind, likes the safety play and the kicking a lot. So with this format, especially with the hand rack, a lot of dry breaks, a lot of clusters, you would say that he's found a little bit of an edge.
Yeah, didn't get any cover though. Depending how much of this one ball, there you see, you can maybe, I think you can maybe just squeeze it and leave the cue ball behind the 8, Tim, or is it pretty straight? I think you can.
Yeah, you could graze the 8 ball just slightly on the back. You could also still play the thin contact on the 1, bring the cue ball under the 4-6. Gotta be careful though. I mean, I'm not saying MACIOL will play this, but does have a jump combination on the 10. You might make it 1 out of 20, but if you draw the cue ball back to the top short rail, who knows? But he is kicking, so trying to send the 1 to the short rail. Cue ball behind the 6 is possible.
thought he was going to get a nice bump off the 5 there, but wasn't to be. So it was a good hit, but always hard to get some cover. And this is a chance Dennis wanted. Wide open table. First glance, maybe 3 to 4 possibly, but good chance this time. Get one on the board.
Yeah, good news was didn't have to do too much with the 1 ball, so it's nice to hit a few. Always a little bit tricky the first rack of a match. Now, nice on the 2. Needs to get a little bit straighter on the 3 ball if he wants to play with low left to cross over for the 4. So next to the 6 ball ideal. No, he did go more forward. So that means he's also going to leave himself more distance on the 4. Just doesn't want to come out as much as he is now.
Yeah, he's such a flowing player, is Dennis, isn't he, Tim? Once he gets going, he can rattle off the racks very, very quickly and make the game look very silly easy at times. I do like to watch him when he's in good flow.
Yeah, we've had a lot of matches in the past week. Still, I have to say, if I look at how the Predator Arc table is playing, the cushions not too speedy, still a little bit of slide. Conditions looking very solid. This with a little bit of left spin. Oh, has cut it a bit too much. He's not on the 7 ball, Graham.
Yeah,
Or
it's
is
very
he?
thin. Well, it's thin, but the only good thing is he is right-handed, so he can lean over comfortable. Just makes it a little bit more easier on the attacking side if you want to take it on.
Too thick. Needs some cover behind the 8. Is he gonna get it? I think he might have.
Yeah, I think he might have as well. He could bend it a bit. Managed to make it a little bit of a steal this for Daniel in this first rack. Dennis looked to be pretty comfortable, looking good, but one little bit of a loose positional shot. Took on the aggressive 7. Yeah, I don't blame him going for the 7. Like I said, I think because it was on his favourable side of leaning on the table. Yeah, it was probably worth the risk, but it wasn't meant to be, Tim. And a little steal from this from Daniel early on.
Yes, indeed. A little bit sloppy from GRABE. Wasn't expecting him to cut the 6 so thin. But it's still a long way to go. That one mistake is not going to cost him the match. Obviously, you need to make more mistakes than just one to lose 2 sets or to make it to a deciding one.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how these breaks unfold because Dennis is a very big breaker. Daniel as well. I mean, a lot of these top Men's division players are very good at the break, mostly why they're in the finals of these matches. And there you see the one ball flying in the side. Wow, a little party there over the side pocket. That's a pretty good hit though, Tim. Solid break. One flew in the side there.
Yeah, and actually, if he can make the 2, cross over to where the cue ball is now, play the 3 ball in the top right. The 4 connects to that small area where the 5 is laying. It's definitely a good chance to double the lead. Oh. And also this has come out a bit far. I really don't think the 3 ball goes by the 6, but well, he's actually considering playing this to the top left. Pocket speed, maybe slide it in by the 6.
Yeah, I think it goes. I think I like what you said, pocket speed. If he plays this with any kind of pace, it's not really needed anyway where the 4 is, so you can squeeze this in, no problem. Well, he didn't even use the rail, Tim. I think that's a miscalculation completely there.
Well, yeah, you could say he's got a little bit of a bonus. Second prize, hook behind the 10. But how often I've seen MACIOL on the highlight reels with jump shots. There's a pretty high percentage that he's gonna make this. The only thing that could not work out is if he blocks the 5 to the top right by the 6. If he runs into the 6 ball now. Yeah, no future. Could still kick it in. I mean, I know I'm asking maybe a bit much, but there is the kick. The 8 does make the pocket a lot bigger. Gotta be a little lucky to be on the 5. If the 4 goes soft off the 8, then you push the 8 in front of it. Oh, and he's missed the 4 ball completely. So nervy start for both. Not too much of work to be done actually on this. He's left himself on the rail though. But he's got a quite natural angle to bring the cue ball off the rail, so should be all good. Ooh. Hit that a little thick. You can feel that both players are a bit tense in the start of this semifinal.
Yeah, definitely. And I think with these short races to 4, the early racks are important, so I can understand. But definitely a little bit edgy. I mean, looking at these last 4 balls, they're all pretty much over the centre pockets. Hasn't landed great on this 7 though, so he's going to have to run this round a couple of rails. Probably back for the 8 in the side. Nice angle though. Just about the pace. Nicely judged him. Perfect here, just to play a stop shot. Draw the 9 back a little bit for the 10 in the side, so be nice to get this one on the board.
In the meantime, on the other table, the other semi-final between Badr Alawadi and Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. Badr 2-0 up. Has already finished second in a Pro Billiard Series event in Wisconsin, losing to Alex Kazakis in a thrilling shootout in the final. So he's quite the regular to this format.
Yeah, don't want to put the jinx on it, Tim, but I have yet to have a match that I've commentated on go to a shootout, so not saying that this could be the one, but but it would. I haven't seen one live yet, other than obviously watching it while you guys have been doing the commentary. Seen some crackers, and yeah, I do like the tense moments, especially when it goes a little bit further into the shootout. You know, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shots, then it gets really, really spicy. Great for the neutrals. Not so great for the players shooting, I'm sure.
Well, any challenges laying in this layout? I don't think so. Maybe a little bit more work from 7 to the 8, because the 9 is in between to leave the 8 in the left center.
Yeah, maybe. I think if he can land nice on this 5, just off the one rail, and leave a pretty straight 6, maybe he can run the cue ball through just to the long right-hand rail, just to give him a little bit of angle to bump it out for the 8 ball. I definitely prefer to go to the right-hand long rail on the 7 than trying to come down thin or anything like that on the left side of the table. Definitely right side of the table from here looks on. That's what he's lining up. I wonder if he can stop shot the 7 and play the 8 on the left side. Not sure if that's an option as well, so I think he's okay from here, Tim. You see.
Yeah, I think he could lay himself near the right long rail to stun the cue ball out for the 8 in the right side. I think I like that.
Yeah, it's good. Got some options, depending how much of the angle. I mean, he has got lots of options here, even though the 8 ball is where it is. He can stun this in, he could go off the bottom rail, he could play the 8 in, maybe 4 pockets if he chooses, depends all how he feels. It's best to get on the 9. Oh, he's gone the 50-yard line, Tim. Goodness. Surprised he went that way.
Yeah, could have also left the 8 in the top left. Has to play this with double pace. Very funny position he just played.
was a good 8, but just wondering, he's checking there. He might not have enough angle to go across to the left side of the table, so he might have to drop this in. Just play it from the right side.
I think that's the issue indeed.
He's okay. More than fine, really. Should be no problem, this. Played the 9 ball relatively thick into the pocket as well, so give him a little bit more angle. But in very short space of time, Tim, tennis gone from looking a bit edgy to taking a 2-1 lead. I think that'll settle him down, you would think, in this first set. At least give him a little bit more comfort in his chair.
Yeah, the only thing is he could have even been a 3-0 up. But I'm quite sure he's not even thinking about that. He'll be breaking. He's made balls on the break too.
Big break. Wow. Nothing.
Wow, he's hit it absolutely perfect.
All the balls over the middle pocket again, Tim. What a strange few breaks that we've had. I mean, that's incredible. Well, how thin do you think this is in the side? I think he's got a little bit of angle anyway. But I don't know how much he can... Yeah, I don't know what he can manipulate the cue ball going forward. I don't think so. Is he going to play the 2 off the 9 in the side, or... Oh, dear. Try to force it.
Yeah, definitely gonna play the right side of the 1. Oh wow, he's hit it too thin, and he's got quite a bit of a result. Then again, I mentioned before, this young man very capable with the jump cue.
Yeah, he's had a second result as well, Tim. If you look at where that 6 ball's gone, the 8 ball, that's put that a little bit out of action. And even if Daniel can make this jump, don't know if that 2 does go in the side from the right hand side of the table. Be interesting to see. I fancy him to make this, of course. You know, the cue balls.
Oh, watch the cue ball.
Never.
Down the drain.
Oh, that's incredible. This changes everything. The big question for me, Tim, here is this 6 ball. Is it really potable? Otherwise, we could be seeing maybe another hook by Dennis. He does like to attack, but don't know what you think about that 6 ball, Tim.
Well, I definitely like to roll up on the 8. In this case, maybe you can pot the 2, draw the cue ball into the 7, leave the 3 in the side, and then... Oh. No more bumping, he said.
He's such an aggressive player, Tim, isn't he? He really likes to go for game. Oh, so much. A little bit of body in that, did you see? There's a little bit of body in that one. Didn't expect that at all. Very surprising. Ball in hand, he'd be absolutely fuming, sitting in his chair, hoping now maybe that 6 ball might come to his rescue somewhat. I guess, do you think the 6 ball goes down in the bottom right, Tim?
I don't think so. I mean, definitely if it goes, then for sure we're gonna see it in the bottom right.
I mean, the 5 is quite close to the 6, so he can bump it or try to open it, of course, maybe make something happen. If it does go in the bottom right, that makes it a lot different because 7 ball is over the side. It's a pretty good shot. How's the angle? Can he leave an angle to do something on this 6, Tim? Could play a good save, Tim, if he doesn't really have any options. Just bump the 6 ball down and use the 8 ball.
Well, we are about to find out the truth about the 6, but I'm expecting him to play safe. Yes, he is. I think I would consider at least stunning the 6 ball near the 10.
Yeah, fully agree. Try and get it. Wow. He's got pretty good to the 8 though. He's taken out this left hand long rail, so he's going to have to go 2 rails. I don't think he can go 1 rail, so there's a bit of space around this 6 ball, so it is missable for sure.
Yeah, good news is after the 3rd rail, cue ball might slide under the 10. Oh, it's close. Just a
Not
bit
bad.
too firm, but he really had a chance there to get the hook.
It was a really good hit, to be honest. Nearly got a good result. Hasn't landed terrible, because the cue ball is a bit close to that rail. I don't think he can go forward, so you might have to dig down and go backwards. Maybe he can. Looks like he might run into the 10 with right hand spin, but can be a bit deceiving. Maybe he can go 2 rails or 1 rail. Oh, he could just avoid the 10. Not a bad angle on this 7. So a safety shot does seem to be what's going to give him the reward in this rack. Was a good kick by Dennis.
Well, it kind of feels like Dennis really had the chances to close out the set, if you think about it. This rack plus the one that MACIOL stole from Dennis. He could have won this set 4-0, but yet he's still leading the set, you know, like kind of feel like he's not even playing so well and still he's up 2-1, soon 2 each.
Yeah, it's a good observation. I didn't think about that in that first rack, so yeah, he could have easily, on paper, taken this set 4-0. Be interesting to see how that plays on his mind. I'm sure he's experienced enough to know there's still plenty of pool to be played in this match, but race to 4 sets is very different from a race to 9 or race to 7 or whatever. So I'm sure Daniel will be feeling a lot happier at 2-2 in his chair than Dennis is, that's for certain.
Yeah, on the other side, I think if I were Dennis, I would say, well, I'm not playing so great and I'm tied at 2. It can only get better from this point. I think that's something I would think about. Because if you consider the fact that he's missed 2 opportunities and still he's right in this set to win it, shouldn't be too disappointed.
Yeah, true. He'll be hoping to get a chance. Daniel will be loving to try and get a break and run here and really turn the screw. Or maybe an uncharacteristic miss. Just watch that one ball in the left centre pocket. Oh, nearly. Wow. 9 ball's doing a bit of a dance, but no shot on the one. Push called. Yeah, where do you push here, Tim? Because if you leave any kind of edge on this one, you could be probably in trouble. Either the left side or the right side, maybe. Might want to cause a problem and put a ball safe here.
I would maybe even push. Just make sure the 10 moves. Play the 5 into the 10.
Yeah, not a bad option. Get that 10 respotted. Maybe just leave an edge on the one. It's probably a good call, Tim. No, he's not even bothered thinking about that. See, for me, this is where he's left an edge. It was always a tough push out, because if MACIOL can judge the pace here, go a couple of rails, try and get some cover, maybe the 9. Can he get behind the 10? I don't think so. I think that's too much of an angle.
No. Would have to hit the 1 ball so thin. But the cue ball 2 rails behind the 9, so either the 7 or the 9 works.
I don't think he's hooked him. I think he can catch the edge. Oh, he might be looking to play a little bit of a kick shot here. Can he get behind the 1? Maybe send it a couple of rails back and forwards? I don't know if he can. Keep the cue ball where it is.
Yeah, or kick the 1 ball towards the 6. Just send it over towards the 4 and the 6 and hope you catch some cover. See, I think he's looking at where the cue ball is gonna land. Send the 1 over to the 4, cue ball goes to the other side. I like this thin. Oh, he was able to hit it. I don't like to say it, Graham, but you were right.
Just caught the end. But this is a problem now for Daniel, because even if he can't see the 1, which looks very tight, looks like a definite scratch. So he's going to have to go up and down here, Tim. Can he just flick off the edge of the 1 and somehow get the cue ball away? 8 ball corner pocket, okay. Surely he's going to play this with pace, isn't he? Don't like the delicate 1 here, Tim. Pace for me.
Oh.
Well, not a bad shot. He's looking like he can pot it, Tim. Do you think he can pot this 1? Maybe he can. Yeah, he can.
I didn't think so, but just curious to see what is he gonna play for shape. Don't think the 2 goes to the bottom left.
Snatched at that again. A little bit, very quick off the trigger there.
Yeah, kinda did a good job there to get on the 2 ball, and he didn't really miss it by much, but well, missing by not much doesn't really count, does it?
No, a miss is a miss. I was just saying there, I made a bit of a mistake. I was saying Daniel might have to use the rest here, but luckily for him, he's left-handed, so that 1 ball was sitting quite nice. If it was Dennis's turn, that would have been a little bit more of a tricky one over the balls. But punching this in for 3 in the side with a little bit of angle, even if he comes down pretty straight on this below the 5 for the 4 on the bottom right, should be fine. How's the pace, Tim?
Well, I think he'll be happy. Because we only spoke about what Dennis might be feeling in the chair when MACIOL was making it 2 each. But imagine what MACIOL has been feeling. I mean, he could have lost the set 4-0, and he's about to go 3-2 up.
Yeah, definitely. He's definitely, yeah, kind of unexpectedly to some degree. It felt like it was all Dennis, even though it was 2-2, and Daniel picking up a few pieces. But now he's got the chance to get on the hill. I do like the way Daniel goes around the table, to be honest. He's so composed. I remember commentating on him during an 8-ball in the Euro Tour event. Just incredible performance. Everything was inch perfect. So he's such a very strong player at rotation and never seems to be phased. Never seems to put a rash one in, if you know what I mean. He's always chilled, at least on the outset anyway.
Well, to real shape back to the 10. This is putting MACIOL on the hill. The pole now, 3-2 up. GRABE in a little bit of a position. Might not even get to play anymore this set.
Yeah, can't say he hasn't had his chances though, Tim. A few maybe uncharacteristic mistakes, but Daniel will not be minding one bit, as Angela Williams just reffing the balls here, doing a grand job. Players very in different mindsets at the minute. Dennis Hope looking up there thinking, how was this set 3-2? Amount of chances he's had, but that's how it goes. Just on the other table, yeah, Badi Al Hawadi is taking the first set 1-0. Pretty quick there, 4-1. Sanchez Ruiz just getting the one on the board there. A lot of support in the crowd. You probably heard that from the announcement, Tim. Of course, very expected, given that it is in Spain. But yeah, nice to see a lot of support in the crowd for these players. That one ball was flying in, Tim, as well, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, but in the end, it has come up dry. This is a bit of a funny run out, though. Do you like to draw back and take a long 2-4 combination?
Yeah, I think try and get as straight as you can, but you can see he's pretty straight on this one ball. The 9 ball is hampering his queuing a little bit. And that 3 ball, I know it's a few shots away, but also not in a very favourable position. So a little bit of work to do on these first 4 balls, you would say, Tim. Not so straightforward.
Well, has to play the combo and draw. Yeah, and draw back the cue ball. Has to. Don't think there's another result he could get.
Yeah, I think 2 ball's going to go a little bit to the left-hand side, and he's a little bit off angle on the combo, on the combination. So cue ball's going to the right, 2 ball's going to the left. So yeah, I hear what you're saying. It's not so straightforward. That's why he chose to go forward. How's the pace, Tim? Wow, it's not bad though. It's not bad.
Could definitely play this to run into the 3 ball. I think the cut is going to give the cue ball quite a lot of speed. So in this case, I might play low left, like stun left, and try to go into the 3 ball. Just like this. Needs to bump it. How did he almost go right around it?
That's incredible. What a great call, though, Tim. The pace he played it as well, he would definitely have had a shot on it. He can lock up behind the 9 ball here, but yeah, he was definitely trying to not go behind it. That was quite incredible. But he is in control. He's left a little bit of an interesting shot here, Tim. How do you feel about this slow one, trying to go off the right side of the 3, or the left side even, putting both the cue ball and the 3 ball on the rail, using the 8 ball for cover? How do you like that one? Because if he goes the right side of the 3, he does have the 5 ball as well to help him, so good things could happen here if he catches it right. So he's trying.
I was gonna say the only scary thing is that the cushion is gonna grab the spin more, and it's not really a pace that you kick very often. He was indeed very close. I did like your option.
Just very close. Even if he just feathered that 3 ball, the 5 could have been his friend there. Very close. Didn't really have much else in terms of options. If he wanted to try and play a bit of a creative one, at least anyway. Chance for Dennis here. He's got to take these, obviously, with MACIOL being on the hill. 7 to 8 is key. Funny window, isn't it, Tim, to get that cue ball kind of where the 6 ball is now would work, if you can get the cue ball back there, somewhere around that area.
Well, I mean, he's as long as he gets close enough to the 7, I think any angle would work for him.
Key shot, yeah. He's going to have a bit more angle than he would have liked, so he's going to have to go back and across. Two times. It's very easy to leave these short, isn't it, Tim? Just because of how you generally play them. He's overcut it. A bit more distance on this 9, so still fancy Dennis to make it, but a bit of pressure on this at 3-2 down.
Oh, that could have been a lot worse. That bump was just enough.
Yeah. Very fortunate there. Of course, he still needs to make the 10, but goodness me. Dicing with danger. Ooh, off the jaw as well. Well, Daniel was thinking maybe he had a sniff there out of nowhere, but not to be. Here we go. First set, 3-3. Dennis to break. What's your predictions here, Tim? Given what's happened in these last 6 racks.
Well, the only thing I can say is it's hill time. Pick your winner.
Yeah, one thing is for certain. I'm expecting a big break from Dennis. Try and give every possible opportunity to get a ball in. It's going to be dry. Oh, what a chance.
Yeah, you would say only to get nicely on the 2-ball. It's the biggest challenge. The 6 goes by the 8 in the bottom right. Well, I mean, if you're trying to be very picky, you could say something could go wrong from 6 to 7. Well, it's landed all right on this 2-ball, Graham.
Yeah, take a little bit of distance on this 3, but where the 4-ball is, that's okay. What a chance he's got to get to take this first set. A couple of good shots away from prime position. Well, is he bridging over the 8, Tim? That might be a bit of a loose one with him being left-handed, I think. Still should be okay, but wanted just a little bit more out of it. Clearly you could see his hand could fit nicely in between that 6 and 8 ball, so it worked out okay. Well, he's in prime position now. I think the 6 to 7 that you called, Tim, doesn't go in the side, so really all about how he lands on this 6 in the end after the 5.
Well, same thing. As long as you get close to the 6, I don't think you can really land with the wrong angle. Just like to be close to where I can have a little bit better speed control overall.
Yeah, I think Dennis is fearing the worst, obviously. I mean, unless MACIOL has some kind of brain malfunction, it should be the first set, really, Tim.
Well, I don't think a lot of viewers were expecting to see MACIOL come on top. If you look at the start of the match. But he's 3 balls away. Not saying he's not supposed to win the opening set. I'm more saying GRABE could have won the set 4-0. And yet the set looks to be going to the pole. Well, a bit of a doubt. Was looking at playing it to the left side, indeed. Left side of the 10. So this 10 to take the first set. And down goes the 10. So the opening set goes to Daniel MACIOL. 4-3. And as you can see, GRABE leaving the arena as soon as possible. As soon as the 10 ball dropped, chose to go take a break. So I guess Graham, Hickman and myself are gonna take a bit of a break too. Usually they take maybe a minute or 2. So make sure to stay tuned. Refill on your drinks, get some food, some snacks. We'll be back very shortly with the second set.
Well, welcome back. Both players back in the arena. Those just joining us, this is a semi-final match in the Little Monster Men's International Open here in Spain. Down to the final four. Dennis GRABE, Daniel MACIOL battling it out to get to the final. I'm in the box with Tim DeRiver. My name is Tim Hickman. We're talking you through these shots as best as we can. Oh wow, what a break that is. Every ball up the table, apart from the 10 ball. How about that? It's incredible.
Yeah, a lot of movement indeed. And look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 and the 5 will all be played in the top two corners.
What a remarkable break that is. See some strange things, but it never seems to amaze me. No matter how many breaks that we see or commentate on or play, you always see something new. I got a little bit out of that, but it's all good. Just thinking where to put this 6 ball. Probably play it. Well, I'd like to play it in the bottom right, maybe. That would be the least path of resistance to avoid any potential blocks. 7 ball does play a part here, and the 9. Yeah, I like that choice, Tim. Safer option. Interesting, he played the first 5 balls or so super fast. He's just taking his time on this 7 ball though. He knows the importance because he has to find a gap past the 6 ball. Looks okay. He didn't want to send the cue ball all the way down table.
Yeah, and still has a decent angle on the 8 to run 2 rails forward. So I think the angle was a little bit more important than getting closer to the 8, for example.
He's choosing for the side, Tim. Interesting.
Well, maybe just because of the stun follow. Well, this rack going to GRABE. Will be interesting to see if we're going to see a similar scoreline. Him taking the overall lead in the set, then a couple errors, and then it's going to be tied at 2. Or will he be able to run away with the set completely? Definitely needs some change compared to the opening set, because he's lost that one 4-3.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of change in the opening set, Sanchez Ruiz on the other table off to a flyer after losing that first set, sorry. He's now 3-0 in front, looking to get that back on level terms at 1 set apiece. But Dennis here with the break. See if he can avoid a dry break. Try and get a nice opportunity to run something. Four ball. Well, first glance, Tim, it's not a bad break at all. Probably the 9 ball jumps out at me the most here. Yes, we've got a 3 and a 5 over that side, but it's a pretty okay combo, really. I mean, 9-10's obviously a combo as well, Tim, but you prefer not to play them where possible, unless it's pretty much guaranteed.
Well, possibly he could give himself a little bit of an angle on the 7 to bump the 9 and still be on the 8. Oh, this is a little firm. Referee Angela Williams calling the 5 ball in the corner pocket.
You might have to put a bit of a stroke on this, Tim. Come back across. Let's try to run it. Played that well. Needs to slow down though. It's a bit straight. Is he going to have to punch this a little bit or take a bit of a thinner 6 ball? You might have to play the 6 into the 9 here, potentially, if he can't get a good angle on this 6 ball.
Or... oof. He's gonna do something creative here, trying to catch a piece of the 10, pushing the 7 out, possibly. Don't think he can go around the 9. Oh, he was still able to go straight over with a lot of inside spin.
It's a pretty good shot, all things considered, but still that 9 ball remains. Is he going to have to just take what the table has given him based on where he is on this 7? Might have to play a 9-10 combo here. Can't see him doing much from the 8, to be honest.
Well, he has not opened up the 9 ball early, so he must be going for a combination.
Oh, he's overjuiced it. Combo is probably not on now, Tim. Maybe can he push the 9 ball past the 10 and try and put the cue ball behind the 10? Is that an option, maybe?
Yeah, he's playing the safe. He was already mapping it out. But he'll be kicking himself. Like I mentioned, it was these kind of opportunities where he just hasn't been finishing.
Well, has he left a 2 rail kick here? I know it's not a give me, of course, but going that way, yes, he can hit it, but I do like going across this way. Try the 2 rails. Left a sniff at it, that's for sure.
Well, the thing is also that it doesn't matter how well the safety was going to be for GRABE. MACIOL probably as happy as a kid in a candy store to at least get back to the table.
It's close.
Oh, it's close. Ooh. For a second I thought it was in.
Yeah, it was a pretty good effort. I did fancy him to get pretty close on that, but not meant to be. So Dennis, safety has paid off. He's got the chance now to take this rack. Just needs one more positional shot here. How's the speed? Just there.
Yeah. Yeah, so he doubles the lead, 2-0.
He's smiling there. That's another 10 ball he's played a little bit off the jaw. Obviously the pace there was soft enough, Tim, but he's smiling, thinking, goodness me, giving myself a little bit of a heart attack here. He's putting a bit of pressure on himself, but 2-0 lead. As you said, can he run away with this one? I That's what he's hoping for.
Well, he's been killing the break. Once again, crushing the break. But a dry one. And I do believe the one ball fits right in between the 2 and the 7.
Well, if that fits in there, Tim, that was just incredible. It's very tight the other way. He's looking at it.
Taking a bit more time, so might really not have that much of the corner available. If he's afraid not to make it, he could play a carom into the 10. It's not a hanger, but at least you can send the one ball maybe 2 cushions up table.
He's definitely taking his time though, whatever he's choosing. So he has called it. Try and thread the needle here. You call it, Tim. How about that for a gap? Wasn't able to get around though. So it's going to be safety shot here. He's got the, looks like he's got partial hook, unless you can see it clean. If you can't see it clean, Tim, then this goes all the way up in the top corner. Of course, the 3 ball is not in a favourable position, but if you can see it, good jack up. Behind the 6 ball there. It tells me that FSR is taking that set. Judging by the sound of the crowd, Tim.
Yeah, you would definitely assume so.
I would think so.
Yeah, they're tied at 1. They went to a deciding set, or they are going to a deciding set. Just like us.
He's calling it the corner. He's hit it a little bit all wrong, you could say. Is the 9 going to come to the rescue? Don't think so. Can't put it in the top, even the side potentially, but getting position on that 3 is not really, well, it doesn't look so straightforward from this view at least. But he does have an option to put him behind the 9, Tim, if he wants to play defensive, unless he can run up the table somehow.
Well, I think to settle behind the 9 is really not too horrible. I think MACIOL is also not going to take a lot of risks at this point. He's down 2-0. He's just going to try and do the same thing like he did in the opening set. Turn things around without taking too much of risk.
Yeah, and this kick shot is really nasty because it's in such a position of the table where Dennis can't even, he's going to play a foul deliberately and try and mess something up. Going the other way, he couldn't reach over the table to go up and down, didn't have any long rails, so trying to make a mess of the table. Has he done well though, Tim? Has he made enough of a mess?
I don't think so. I actually think the 5-9-8 combination is quite alright. could even play the 3-8, play shape on the 3 ball and then play the 5-9, so I don't think this is enough.
Yeah, I like the way he's played this though, in such a way that he can go off the short wheel and back down table to give himself a guaranteed shot on the 3. I like that a lot. Back to what you said, Tim, that 5-9 combo. It's really 6 to 7 for me here, because that 6 ball, as you see, is just on that long rail above the side pocket. Not saying it's not possible to get on the 7, but position is important. If you land straight on it, just makes it a little bit more tricky to go back up table for the 9. So key shot coming up in a moment.
Yeah, there goes the combination. And now just to leave himself that angle to indeed cross over from 6 to 7. Looks good to me.
Yeah, maybe a touch on the thin side, but you probably don't think he can go below the 10. You might have to go above the 10, Tim. Don't know if he can get enough of the bite on the cue ball. Maybe just go above the 10. Flirting with danger, but good shape now.
Yeah, this tend to pull one back. First set, also the slight initiative possible for GRABE, who then made 2 mistakes and they got tied at 2. Well, not exactly the same scoreline, but if MACIOL breaks and runs 1 at least, might be tied at 2 as well. Oh, the 8 ball going in. Oh, look at this for result, Graham. 1-6 on offer. 2 and the 3 nearby. Nice overall spread.
Yeah, what a break. Probably the best break we've seen this match, clearly, in terms of open table and first look at the 1 or lowest ball. Probably one of the best breaks I've seen over these days, to be honest. A lot of the matches that we have been commentating on, Tim, I haven't seen a great deal of break and runs, in all honesty. It's been very nip and tuck and clusters and safety play, but that's what happens when you have manual racks without a template. Can lead to that kind of style, but not on this break. Could do with a little bounce there, but oh, what a chance to get back to 2-2. And yeah, is it going to be a bit of deja vu from the last set, Tim? You called it.
Yeah, just center of the table. 2 rails maybe from 3 to 4. Depending. Looks like he's gotten a bit straight. So straight draw where he is now. The only thing is he's crossing the area a bit, so it would land slightly short or slightly far.
Yeah, doesn't want to be straight on this. See how he judges the angle. Oh, he's perfect. He judged that very well. It's perfect here, Tim. He's taking these so well. Pinpoint position with that cue ball. Has it on a string. Always seems to have good angles, does MACIOL.
Oh, bit short. Might have to play with stun left to get to the right side of the 10-2 rails. Won't be able to hold too much cut.
A little bit similar to what Dennis had in the previous rack, isn't it, Tim? Decided to play in the side instead of the long in the corner. Very, very similar. But it does look like it's going 2-2. And a very, very good timing break and run from Daniel. After what has to be said, a fantastic break. We're getting to the business end of this set, but definitely going to be make or break for GRABE. Big rack coming here.
Yeah, 2 each. This is tense stuff. MACIOL now suddenly 2 racks away from the final. On the other side, you could say he's playing with a lot of heart. 2 sets now in a row where he was down to come back right in it. He's won one of them and possibly the second as well.
How much would he love to do another break just like that? Or very similar. At least make a ball. Try and be in control of the rack. Would be ideal. Just make that one on the side again.
One.
Under 10.
10 ball on the break. Oh, look at this. It might lock up the 4.
That'd be a shame. If it does go below the 4, which it will have to go there, I do think the 4 might go on the side still, just at first glance before Angela puts it on the table. Dennis is coming to have a look, interestingly though.
Yeah, it makes a big difference if it's frozen, yes or no. But still though, even if it's frozen because it's under it, I would say the 4 is always going to the bottom right. So I don't think in this case it matters, but we've seen a match with Gandia and he actually sent me a message afterwards that something went wrong spotting the ball. And he, well, they're still going on about it. Well, and also, imagine there is a 4-10 combination.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I wonder if that
So
was
it
what
does.
he's referring.
It is a big deal. That's my point. I mean, I'm not gonna say anybody is wrong or right. I'm more saying I definitely understand why Dennis went over to look at it.
Yes, I'm unsure if they're bringing somebody or Angela's doing something. So the shot clock needs to be reset though. There you go. Maybe that's what they were waiting for. But nothing has changed with the 10 ball, so whatever. I think Daniel's just waiting for the okay from the referee. You're unsure what's happening, Tim. Maybe they're having a discussion, but if there was something going on, I'm sure Dennis would be standing or having a conversation. But no, game on. Everyone's happy. That's the most important thing. Two ball corner, so you can't see enough of the two. Well, after all this little bit of drama, this is a big shot now. He's had time to compose himself. Nicely done, Tim. So easy to come back after those kind of moments, isn't it? And not to say it was any kind of drama, but a delay in play or a break in concentration, and quite easily just missed that. But I think this 4 ball does go then. It's not a 4-10 combo, surely. Well, there you go. It'll be interesting to see what he does here. It's quite easy to put a bit of a stroke on this, and cue ball could flirt with that middle pocket, but he's okay. It's running away a little bit, Tim.
Well, what's the plan with the 8 ball? That's what I'm wondering now.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, on that 8 ball, could he wobbles that one in? If he lands straight on the 7, can he get to that long rail? And does the cue ball go past the 9 to pot the 8 down? There you see it. If he does get to the long rail and is straight on the 8 ball, he can draw it back or run it forward. That's probably his option, really. It's his only option, unless he goes below the 8, Tim. It's also an option.
Well, we are about to find out. Oh, he's missed that 7 ball.
Well, I
Did
don't
he
think he was on the
maybe
8 ball.
get like a bad contact?
I can only imagine, because the cue ball didn't go where he intended either, so maybe he got a skate or something. Very rare do we see that at this level now, but maybe it can happen. Whichever way you look at it, Tim, though, that's an incredible moment given the context of this match and the context of this set. Because whoever wins this rack does get on the hill first. Dennis will be absolutely delighted to be at the table. Daniel will be, well, if he did get a skate or a funny contact, he'd be a little bit wounded by that, but if he did just miss it, then that's a little bit of a brain meltdown.
Yeah, so after a shocking miss on the 7, it's GRABE who gets on the hill in the second set. Now, this is the last time I'm gonna mention this. But the last set, it went exactly like this. 2 each. GRABE on the hill first. But then MACIOL squeezing through. I would like to go to a deciding set, but if they are following the trend, we might not go there.
Well, one thing is for certain, Dennis is on the hill again, as you say. He does have the break, so it's kind of a little bit in his hands at the moment, at least, until he breaks the balls. And you know how the pool gods work, Tim. They love to punish you not once, but multiple times sometimes. And that 7 ball will find out how critical in the whole of this match it could be. Because it's amazing when you talk about momentum shifts or changes in matches. We'll definitely look back on that 7, maybe. Thunderous break.
Oh, he made one. Possible 410 carom.
He's looking at the combo as well. Does that 4 go past? I don't think so. So your 410 carom, Tim. That's a great shout. And if you look at that angle there, I think that might be what he's going to have to play for here. He's given this a bit of thought, Tim, because I mean, if he could stop the cue ball where it is, he'd have a little bit of angle, but he would be hampered. And if he draws the cue ball back, he's not going to have the best position to get on the 3, is he? So I do understand why he's thinking about this, and why he's decided to go forwards. Oh, that's turned out. I could understand that logic, Tim. Drawing back wasn't going to help him, was it? You had to kind of try to keep the cue ball over there. It's gone wrong, though.
Well, someone just pointed out that I was completely wrong with my fact, as MACIOL was on the hill first in the opening set. So we definitely are having a different scoreline in the second. Oh, and he's hooked himself on the 3 ball.
Yeah, Dennis will be... He'll not be happy with this at all, clearly. I'm not going to say it was a golden chance, but definitely a chance. Needs to find a little bit of cover here. Obviously going to jump this, but where's the cue ball and where's the 3 going to end up? Oh, what a shot this is, Tim. Is he going to leave a gap? He is. He hit that pretty well, to be honest.
Well, let's see. Probably he's going to push the 3 ball under the 7. Cue ball 2, 3 rails. Backup table.
Yeah, he could also put the cue ball up behind the 7. There's also an option. He could even go for the pot. If he wants to be aggressive, he's called it. Wow, how about this, Tim? All out attack. Fancies it.
Wow.
Overcut it.
Oh, no. I'm so surprised he's went for that cut.
Yeah, me too. Especially with Dennis on the hill. If it was the other way around, I could probably understand it. But he did have he had a couple of good safety options to really put Dennis in trouble. But sometimes you just say it and you feel it. Oh, where's the cue ball, Tim?
Oh.
dear, he's on it.
Well, are we gonna see like a massé, like a PK shot?
Hmm. Interesting. Referee was happy with it. Look, at the cue ball was a little bit close to be able to do that, but he managed to make it work.
Well, and that means we are going to a deciding set. I mean, I would bet a lot of money on these 3 balls with him being so close to the 7. Not literally, but that's what they like to say in the US, bet a farm. Well, still surprised he took on that cut, MACIOL. Definitely could have played a good safety there. With that 10, that means that we will be going to a deciding set. And I think Graham and I are going for a short break as well. But we will be back very shortly. In between, we are gonna give you a little look on the other table as they are in the deciding set. See you soon. And welcome back everybody to the Little Monster Men's International Open. This is a semi-final match. We have reached the deciding set. If we go 3 each, we will have the shootout to determine the winner. GRABE to break him off first. Graham Hickman and Tim de Ruiter in the booth. Wow, and he is absolutely crushing the break, Graham. How is he not making a ball?
Yeah, it's quite incredible. Ridiculous power. I just think there's a lot of, well, with 10 ball, there's obviously a lot of traffic and balls hitting each other, but still you would think more balls would go down. Not on this occasion. Shot at the 1, not really the right angle to get on the 2. I don't even know if it's possible to get there from this angle. Yeah, he couldn't get there. Decided on the safety. So Dennis probably looking to play maybe 3 rails if he can get behind the 1. Don't even know if that's possible yet, judging by the angle. Jump shot maybe could be an option, but still no reward if he makes the contact. 8 ball's a problem off a couple of rails. Tim as well.
Can he not go over the bottom long rail?
Yeah, maybe good call.
I actually like that. Try to catch the right side of the 1. And then to run the cue ball back down table. It's either that or a 1 rail kick over the right side. Indeed, the 8 plays pretty big.
Oh wow.
Oh, what a hit. What a hit.
What a result. Goodness. The balls have all opened up as well in that one shot. So Daniel coming to the table thinking, what's just happened here? Doesn't have the shot that Dennis has just played because the 1 is a little bit higher. Doesn't have that left side rail you called a minute ago, Tim, because cue ball's a bit more to the right. Yeah, this is not easy to hit. It's got to be the 1 rail. Maybe he might catch the 1 from behind, potentially. But then, is he going to leave it on? He's trying to bend it inside the 8. Wow. Wow, what a good shot that is. Great shot that, Tim.
Could go maybe rail first, nick the right side of the 1, and just press it in between the long rail and the 7. He was able to go directly at it. Another good shot from GRABE.
He's got Daniel in a bit of trouble here as well. He can go. Yeah, he can go up or down, really. He's got a couple of options. Depends how hard he plays this, try and get some cover. It's a pretty good hit. He's got the cover as well. I've seen some great shots. Dennis is thinking, what have I got to do? Yeah, I don't think he definitely can't get the edge, surely. Similar shot to Daniel a moment ago. This time, Has left a shot on the 1.
Yeah, played a
Also-
bump into the 7, and there's a 2-9 combo.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. Might be his only option, to be honest, because otherwise he's going to have to put a bit of a stroke on this. I do like that bump. Great call, Tim. All of a sudden, I mean, there's been some great safety shots by both players here, all worthy of getting a chance, but it is Daniel who gets the first. That 2 ball shouldn't be moving too much, just about the cue ball here. Oh, what a chance, Tim. That 4 ball is going to be the key shot coming up. 4-5 combo. Might have to be.
Well, there is still opportunities. Draw back a little, crossover. Could run the cue ball directly into the area where he can play the 4 in the left side pocket, or he's even looking at playing the 4 in the top right.
Yeah, he's got a good angle. I thought the 5 ball was a little bit close out of the corner. He's just to go underneath. How's the pace? A little bit in between. He's going to have to take it in the top left. I mean, he can't take it in the top right, but he's just far enough to the right hand side of that 4. He's taking in the top right, I think. Yeah, using the pocket and the rail to his advantage. You do get a much more bigger pocket playing it that way. Decided to go to the top right. He's taking these well. He's now weathered the storm, I think, for the most part, Tim. It's all about position on this 6, really, to get good back on the 7. Yeah, one more good shot here. Just needs to keep the cue ball on the right side of the table. Well, he's coming up a bit in the centre. He's left this too thin, Tim.
Yeah, I was wondering if he was going to play with inside spin. 2 rails. Because from this line he just played, he was always going to have a certain cut, which was not going to help him out to get to the 10.
He's going to have to kill this cue ball, isn't he? Drag it in. He's overcut it, though. Wow. Another gift by Daniel here. He was absolutely ball in hand on the 10, but he did overcut the 8. A little bit self-inflicted there, Tim, I think, from that position from the 7 ball.
Yeah, what a steal that is indeed.
Yeah, a couple of racks of being gifted back, haven't they, Tim?
I mean, I understand he was trying to hold the cue ball off that 8. I just think the shape before the shot he's played before that. I think that's where he's lost the rack.
Yeah, and it kind of stemmed a little bit from that 7 ball that he missed in the previous set, which kind of cost him the set. So, like I say, we look back on key moments. That 7 ball was one, and again, how crucial was that 8 ball in the context of this set? I guess we will find out in a few racks' time. But it is the first rack to Dennis. Chance to give it another thunderous hit. And I wouldn't be surprised if he makes a ball here.
Well, at some point he's gonna make balls with this break. There you go. 2 balls in, shape. Cluster with the 7-8.
Yeah, but like you say, Tim, when you hit the balls that hard, to not make a ball that often is crazy. But he does have a look. In that cluster, there is a couple of balls there that can help. With the 5 and the 6, does give him options to open that 7 ball out. So he's playing a bump on the 3, so depends how he lands. If I was going to play the shot myself, Tim, I'd probably like to go maybe from the 6 ball than the 5, but just depends
Well,
how you see it now. How you
what about
land.
now?
Yeah, also an option. If you can bump the 7 pretty full in the face and keep the cue ball where it is, 5 in the side, that would work out.
Well, I would take any contact, really. But he's decided to wait. You can imagine the clapping in the background. It must be Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. Wins the deciding set 4-2. He goes straight into the final. No shootout on that table. Will we see one on this table?
Well, judging by this, Tim, he doesn't have the right angle on the 6 ball. He's thinking about, can I play a bank? Or is there a safety option that he prefers? I mean, he could draw back, play a very thin edge of the 7, maybe put the 7 on the rail and the cue ball on the rail above the 8. If he doesn't have the right angle, that could be something. Oh, he tried to make it work. He's going to land on the bank though, Tim, maybe? No. Too high.
Well, there's always a bank. Twice across? I have to find the bank shot now.
Yeah, but does he have a safety? All the balls are on the rails. Not really much cover. He could twice across the 7, put it on the bottom short rail.
Well,
Could be a
tap
bit of a
it.
save.
No.
Yeah, he's trying. It's probably the only option he had, to be fair. Or tap it, like you say, but this way it was a bit of distance.
Well, the last time we've seen this shot, he went aggressive on this, trying to cut this in. Can imagine he's playing the safety now. That kind of lost him the set.
Yeah, is he trying to get behind the 9? I mean, if he does go that way, he has to go all in 100% on the cue ball for me. I'm just going to try and spin it round a couple of rails. MACIOL almost got it perfect. Managed to avoid the double kiss. It's a pretty good shot, really, from there.
Yeah, good
Not
cue
many
ball
hiding
speed.
places.
Pretty close to the rail.
Yeah, there's not many hiding places, Tim, is there, really?
Well, what can we say? Shot is alright, but I might actually consider going at this. Cue ball's always running away, so you're always gonna leave longer distance.
Yeah, you feel it's just a little bit of containing shots at the moment until somebody maybe makes a mistake or leaves a very tempting bank. Yeah, another one. Could be a little bit of back and forwards here, Tim, until somebody, like I say, leaves a tempter or maybe doesn't get the containing safety right.
I'm just not a big fan of the containing safety in this situation, but well, on this shot I actually like it more, but the last shot he played, I think it was just a bit too easy. You just know what's coming. You know what your opponent is going to play against you.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe this is the mistake. This is potable. He's playing the bank though, Tim.
Yeah, I was trying to move the cue ball over. I cannot believe he's taking these kind of shots on. I mean, I'm not saying it in a disrespectful manner. I'm more saying, well, usually he weighs off the options quite well, and it's now twice that he's went for a shot where I just don't think it was really there. Just like the cut he played in the second set, and then now this bank. Oi! Wow, he's hit the 8 too wide.
It's incredible. Just when you think somebody was going to get a bit of a distance. Very surprising.
Well, just gotta be careful a bit with the scratch. Then the 10 ball. There he goes. For one each. Could have been 2-0 actually for GRABE, who will be kicking himself in the chair, missing that 8 ball. Very shocking.
Well, how much more drama do we have in this match, Tim? It feels like nothing is a surprise anymore in this match. Does it have shootout written all over it? Decent hit. Got to put one on the side, surely. There you go. Well, chance. Also, that 1 ball being left-handed is in quite a nice place. Another good break from Daniel.
Yeah, momentum flying all over the place. I mean, difficult to pick a winner.
I just have a feeling there's still some twists and turns in this match to come. It's had everything so far. Ooh.
Yeah, could have landed worse. Just gotta be careful not to land behind the 8 here.
Yeah, I wonder if he'll play even more to the left side of the table, Tim. Try and get it closer to the 9 kind of line, just to make sure he's nowhere near that 8. Leave a nice angle on the 3. Oh, nicely done. Taking away all the obstacle. Perfect angle on the 3 now. 4 ball right next to the 6 as well. What a chance, Tim. Monster break. Little carom. All about 6 to 8. I mean, he played this 8 ball in the top right corner for me. Leave a nice 9 in the side. That would be perfect.
Yeah, just needs the perfect pace, but cannot really imagine him landing wrong on this, right? I mean, so much available. So it's all about MACIOL at the moment. I mean, both players are breaking the balls well, I feel like. So it's just a matter of who's gonna get more.
Yeah, that will definitely help Daniel though. So it was nice to get a little break and run. especially when they're quite rare at the moment in this format, I would say. Not as common as using a template. Both players there eating or drinking some fluids or something, keeping the energy up. This is the last match of today. Players don't have to play the final today. This will continue tomorrow. Final will be around 5:30 local time, I believe. So perfect time for those to prepare for the final. And it'll be a big final as well, Tim, because local favourite, I guess, FSR is in the final. There'll be some very big noise for that tomorrow, no doubt.
And he's on the 1. This now suddenly is an opportunity to get on the double hill. Look at this layout once again. The only thing I can imagine is getting from the 7 to the 9. But once you get from the 1 to the 2, you're gonna open up that much of the table. A monster opportunity. The only thing added to that is the pressure. We've seen some interesting unforced errors from both sides.
Yeah, for me, this is a big shot here. He's played it really well, though, Tim. I mean, could he have played it any better? Absolutely perfect. And like you say, once that 1 has been removed, Dennis there looking a little bit beaten down, put his cue down. He was holding it in the last rack when Danny was at the table, but not this time. All about this 4 ball, really, Tim. Getting good on this 5 ball. You can just imagine the pressure on this. Just pull this off a couple of rails. I think like what you said, Tim, the only hope that Dennis really has is that 7 to 9, but the 9 ball is kind of right in the middle of that bottom short rail, which works in the favour of Daniel because it gives him a few options. Depending how he lands on the 7, he can go left or right side.
Well, you can tap this in and go 2 rails, right? I mean, as long as you don't scratch, you're good. Don't scratch and don't get straight on the 9. Could even play to the 3rd diamond and be fine.
Yeah, even if you went 2 rails to the middle diamond on that long rail, you'd have a pretty good angle to come up for the 10. That's pretty much what he's done. Maybe a little bit high though, but he's okay. Could have done with a little bit more, maybe left hand spin, but I'm still thinking he can play this off 1 rail, Tim, and be okay.
Yeah, could even just spot the ball with top spin and go twice for the 10, 2 rails, but Might be playing with a bit of inside. Oh, he even held it. Well, we're gonna see MACIOL on the hill. And there it is. So the Pole now needing only one to meet FSR, Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, in the final. And that's, I mean, Dennis missed the 8. And then it was 2 breaker runs from MACIOL, right?
Yeah, exactly. I was just thinking, what are the chances of Daniel running out the match from that moment? That would be absolutely brutal. But he does have the chance. If he gets another break like he has done the last couple, having a shot on that one with a wide open table. Wow, what a finish that would be, Tim. Here we go. Daniel looking to do exactly that. Try break. Is the one going to dress up? Wow, we have more drama, Tim. It's not over until it's over, as we always say. Table's pretty open for Dennis as well.
Oh. I was gonna say, could land pretty awkward if that cue ball stays near the 7. Don't think he can reach this. At least the 7 ball doesn't come in between, but bit of a funny position, as you can see.
Well, he's taking an extension for his extension, Tim. That's what he's doing. We'll need to find the gap to get back on the 4 ball. That's why he's left quite a nice angle. Kind of bring the cue ball somewhere between the 6 and the 7. Even where it is now would still work. Somewhere around that area. Have a nice angle on the 4 with the 5 waiting in the side. What a chance. Lots of pressure on this. He's gone underside. Take away that risk of hooking himself. It's quite a smart shot. I think you follow this through past the 8, Tim.
Yes. No, I'm staying on the bottom. Because you can also play the 6 always in the side. So there's options on the bottom side and not so many options on the top side, I feel like.
Yeah, true. Just worried about being so close to the rail, having to jack up here. But maybe he's okay. Yeah. He's lost the cue ball a little bit.
Might have to play the cue ball. I was gonna say, can draw this in between the side pocket and the 8. But how often do you just get awkward or maybe even hook yourself behind the 8? He went 1 rail. Yeah, never going down without the fight. This man at the table. He's always gonna try and make it a struggle. Even when he's struggling himself, he's just not gonna give up that easy.
Dennis making sure of that 10 ball, punching it in with a little bit of vigor, trying to get his juices going. Well, how much would Dennis love to get a break and run himself here to take us to a shootout? Because that's the only way Dennis is going to win this match. Because Daniel is already on 3, so he's guaranteed a shootout, which maybe takes a little bit of pressure off to some degree, knowing that you're not going to lose the match from the next rack if Dennis was to win it. But Dennis does have it in his hands in this break. What's your predictions, Tim? Where are we going here?
I am a bit afraid to say my answer. Because I don't want to jinx this break.
Well, one thing's for sure, he's going to give it a lot of power. We can definitely say that. Because he has been crunching the break all match. No reason why he would stop now. Well, I thought there was going to be last ball rolling there, but not to be. We're going to be probably having a few safety shots maybe.
Well, definitely could bank the 1 ball over. Yes, indeed. Bring the cue ball to the bottom. Near the 4. We might see him take on a 2-10 combination if he makes this bank. A little bit of a two-way coming up on the 2 ball.
Yeah, how would that be to win the match, Tim? A little bit of a cheeky bank. A combination with an element of safety to win the match if you can make it. Imagine. He hasn't made the 1 though. Has he got the cover?
Well, the answer is yes.
Yeah, and I think for Dennis to make this, to hit the 1, he's got to go above the 8. I don't think he can go below the middle pocket maybe. Don't know if that's on. Maybe it is just on cushion first.
Wow. Might hook himself though. What does he have on the 2? And he's also awkward queuing over the 3 ball, I believe.
Yeah, can he even go cushion first? Is that even on? Possibly. At least to make contact. He can go up and down and call the 4 ball, but options wise he's limited. Shot clock's creeping on him. So it's a little bit of a just hit. Oh, he's got good cue ball. Oh, he's got cover as well, Tim. What a result that is.
Oh, ball in hand for Dennis. Are we going to a shootout?
Oh my gosh. Remember what I said at the beginning of the match, Tim? I think I probably jinxed it from day one, or ball one, saying that I've never had a shootout yet in my commentary through this full event, or any of the set matches. But what a chance for Dennis here.
Yeah, just as long as he gets straight in on the 5, I don't see any troubles. But he's missed a couple decent opportunities before. So nothing is given, especially not at this point. Oh, this might run. Should be fine. Has to go one cushion though with inside spin.
Yeah, I wonder if he could even... Is he going to run into the 6 a little bit? Depending on the angle. Maybe not. Even if he just leaves it on the long rail, just off a little bit. He's drawing it. He's going to play into the 6. No. Yeah, he's okay. Well, a big shot coming up here. The good thing is with the 9 ball being so close to the side, Tim, and connecting to that 10 ball, really anyway straight on this 8 ball will be totally fine. Doesn't need to worry about angle or anything. Interesting shot on the 7 though. It's not a natural angle just to go over there. He's going to have to maybe even the 2 rails. I don't think it's a natural to get to the 8. Interesting one. Maybe have to play this slow with right hand spin maybe. Or put a bit of a stroke on it. He's trying to go the 2 rails. It didn't look like it was natural. Yeah, a bit thinner on the 8 than you would have liked him. This is pressure at the highest, given the scoreline. He just missed one not too long ago.
Yeah, a bit more angle on this one actually compared to the one he's missed.
Well, he's got a funny angle on this 9. Does he have to go up and down? You can't just drop it in, I don't think, Tim. It's still a little bit drama on this. Of course, I expect him to get on the 10, but knowing Dennis, he likes to put a stroke on something. Would he draw this in off 2 rails just to let his arm go a little bit rather than the up and down? Typical Dennis.
Well, he is on the 10 but long. This shot to bring the match to a shootout. After 2 hours and 25 minutes, they chose to go for the penalties. Down goes to 10. That means we will have the shootout to determine the winner. Who is going through to the final?
So here we go. Because Dennis won the lag, he can choose which side. Angela just informing the players of the rule. There's still a shot clock in operation. Not that I think it really comes into play with this kind of shootout format, but Dennis to go first.
Oh. 4 shots each. Switching sides after each shot. If we're tied after 4 shots, the box shrinks and we will go to the sudden death. GRABE to shoot first. Makes the first one. Hit it great. Nice space on the cue ball. Looked like a solid stroke to me. No early nerves.
No, pots it with conviction. I think it'll be interesting. Feel like Daniel's been in his chair a little bit as well. Let's not forget for that last rack. So Dennis feel a little bit more in stroke. I mean, they've played obviously 2.5 sets, so they should be feeling pretty okay. But coming off running the balls versus sitting in your chair may have an impact. Punched it in. I do like this format, Tim. It's very unique in terms of shootout and adds a little bit of extra drama to a match. As you said, like a penalty shootout format. Very nice. Dennis shooting from the opposite side.
Yeah, nice and clean so far for Dennis. First 2. Looking very sharp. Now suddenly. That's the funny thing with the first couple shots, is where a lot of people say this is too easy. Then I say, you know, sometimes players, they get struck with pressure from the beginning and you seem to see some struggle on the first 4. And then sometimes you have a shootout in the first 4, they go absolutely perfect execution. Can go either way. Oh.
I was just going to say this is a big one, because if he misses, Dennis has a chance to go 3 ahead. And it puts even more pressure on Daniel's next one. So a chance for Dennis here.
Yeah, 3-1. Next one for MACIOL is a must. If he does not make the third one, it will be GRABE in the final.
Yeah, I think you said it, Tim. Every one of those 10 balls from GRABE has been pretty clean. Just make your opponent have a little bit more pressure, thinking, he's not looking like missing, so I need to make this. Subconsciously, a little bit of pressure. Big tempo coming here. As you said, he has to make it. But even then, it might not be enough. Just make it. Dennis's hands now, Tim, isn't it?
Yes, indeed. If Dennis makes this one, he shuts the door. At least MACIOL is making sure that the opportunity is still there to survive. It's all about this shot, though. Will we see Dennis GRABE in the final? He has struggled this match. I mean, it has been quite a struggle. So would make this a very interesting win if he makes this 4th shootout shot.
Yes, he does. Absolutely drills it. 4 perfect shots from Dennis GRABE. I have to say, it's been a bit of a battle there. Daniel had chances. Great match all around by both players. But shootout favour for the Estonian, giving the fist pump there, enjoying it with the crowd. Daniel feel a little bit hard done by, but it's been a great tournament for him. Dennis will be back tomorrow, playing FSR in the final at 5:30 local time. What a match, lots of drama. Thoroughly enjoyed it, sitting with my good friend Tim de Ruyter. I've been Graham Hickman. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully you can join us. Enjoy your evening. Bye for now.